It could have been a fatality, definitely, for the toddler and the teenager.
Police say a toddler and their teenage babysitter are lucky to be alive after the child got their hands on a loaded firearm and was running around an apartment with it. After getting the gun away from the child, it went off, striking the babysitter. On Saturday, police responded to a gun call at an apartment complex on St. Anthony Avenue in the Seven Oaks neighborhood of Winnipeg, where the teenage babysitter was located with a gunshot wound to her upper body. She was transported to hospital in stable condition.
In this circumstance, it does not appear that this firearm was a registered weapon. There is certainly specific licensing that must be required for this type of gun.
Constable Danny McKinnon can't say what type of handgun was fired, but even if the gun had been properly licensed, there are specific safe storage requirements that were clearly not being followed. Guns should never be stored loaded and are required to be locked up in a safe or gun locker, as well as have a trigger lock on the firearm.
And clearly this firearm was in arm's reach of a toddler.
This should never, ever have happened.
Helen Stockburn and Steve Prokop live blocks away from where the incident occurred and say everyone involved is extremely lucky. The child, the babysitter, or anyone else in the apartment could have been killed.
Yeah, absolutely. It could have been fatal.
Police say when the gun went off, an adult was asleep in the apartment. A 20-year-old female was arrested on the scene and charged with possession of a loaded, prohibited, or restricted firearm, failure to properly store the firearm, and carrying a concealed weapon, prohibited device, or ammunition.
The general messaging is, thank goodness this teenager is okay.
More charges may be laid as the investigation continues. In Winnipeg, Mark Neufeld, City News.